You died, but your body isn't the one walking now. It's lying somewhere cold, maybe alone, maybe surrounded. Either way, it doesn't matter anymore. What remains of you is something else. Light without shape, thought without voice. You are conscious, aware, not in pain, not numb, not floating. You exist in a space between. There is no tunnel, no blinding light, only a thick stillness, like fog that doesn't move, and yet you do. You feel tugged forward, but not by force, by memory, by something unfinished. You try to look around, but there are no eyes, no body, no wind on your skin. Still, you feel everything more clearly than before. The silence is not empty. It is full of pressure, of things unspoken, moments you left behind. You sense them pressing in. A laugh, a face, a promise. They don't speak, they pull. Time is not real here, but time still passes. You wouldn't know if it's been minutes or years, but you are not alone. There are others, nearby, far away, close enough to feel but not see. Some of them are moving, some are not. Some scream, but no sound comes out. You feel their regret like heat in the air. There is no path yet, no destination, only waiting. The first 7 days feel longer than life itself. You linger near the place where you died, not because you want to, but because you're not ready to leave. You watch them carry your body. You hear crying, or you don't. You see hands joined in prayer, or you don't, but you know what they're doing matters. The ones you left behind are trying to help you pass, or trying to forget, or maybe they didn't even notice. That matters too. Each incense stick, each word spoken in your name, each coin placed in offering, all of it carves something into this space around you, shapes it, guides it. The ones who die without being mourned stay longer. They lose form. They become shadows. You're not one of them, not yet. You still feel the pull forward. On the 7th day, the air changes. It grows heavier, thicker, not with danger, but with purpose. You feel something crack under your feet, though you have no feet. The space opens, not like a door, but like an eye, slowly realizing you're still here. The fog parts. Shapes begin to form. Huge shapes. They do not approach. They wait. 2 figures stand at the end of the clearing. One with the head of an ox, the other with the head of a horse. They are taller than buildings. Silent, still, but alive in a way nothing else here is. Their names do not matter, but you know them. Every soul does. Oxhead and Horseface. Guardians, enforcers, escorts. They do not speak, because their presence is louder than words. When you step forward, their forms begin to shift. Not to move toward you, but to make space, like opening a gate not made of wood, but of will. Behind them, something opens again. A road, a void, a path made not of dirt, but of choices. You feel yourself pulled again, but differently this time. The journey has begun, and you are not in control. You step through the space the Guardians allowed, though there is no sound, no footsteps, no breath to hear. Yet you feel every motion, as if the very fabric around you shifts with each advance. The path stretches forward into a horizon you cannot see. It's not dark, but nothing shines either. The sky above is colorless, pulsing faintly like a sleeping beast. All around you, the fog rises and falls like breathing. You're not alone. Shapes pass beside you, some near, some distant, some blurred as if the memory of a person is trying to stay whole. None of them look back. They walk like you, silent, uncertain. One turns briefly. Their face is gone, a mask of sorrow, melting. Then they vanish into the path again. You keep moving. The road starts to twist beneath you, not left or right, but deeper, as if each step carries you into something older, heavier. In the far distance, you begin to see it. A ribbon of water, dark and impossibly still, stretched from one side of the void to the other. It does not move, but the sound of rushing fills your head. You recognize the place before anyone names it. The river Sanzu. It marks the boundary. Everything before it was waiting. What comes after is choice, but the choice is not yours. The river offers 3 crossings. You feel this not as knowledge, but as instinct. To the far left, a narrow golden bridge, thin as a thread, floats above the water. In the middle, a shallow ford where the water barely reaches your knees, black and cold, but passable. And to the right, a violent mess of jagged rocks and thorns stretching into the depths. You stop walking, not out of fear, out of weight. A pressure builds in your chest, though no chest remains. It's your life. Everything you've done, everything you failed to do. It tilts the space around you. If your deeds were clean, the golden bridge reveals itself clearly. If you lived a life of balance, the shallow path appears. But if regret stains too much of you, the thorned road opens like a mouth. You wait. The river waits back. You try to remember whether someone placed the coin in your hand before your burial. A gesture so small, yet now it feels enormous. Something pulses beneath the surface. You look down and see shapes in the water. Faces, some smiling, some screaming. They look like they're calling to you. Maybe they are. Then, the path reveals itself. You didn't choose it. It chose you. The bridge fades, the ford vanishes, the thorns rise, and so you walk. Pain doesn't come as a stab, but as memory. Each step through the thorns makes you feel everything you caused in others. Each betrayal, each silence, each chance wasted. The road narrows. The screams return, but they are not yours. They belong to the ones who couldn't finish the path. You don't see them, but you feel them wrapped around the air, crawling through the dark, still believing they have a name. You move forward. There is no turning back. And as the final thorn cuts into you, not your skin, but the last of your resistance, you arrive. Ahead, there is no gate, only judgment. And it has already begun. The space beyond the thorns is not a room, not a hall, not a place your mind can name. It stretches in all directions, yet feels tighter than a coffin. The ground beneath you vanishes, replaced by a flat void that reflects no light. In front of you, thrones appear, 10 of them rising from the black like obsidian monoliths, silent and impossibly tall. Each throne holds a figure, some cloaked, some armored, some with many arms, some without faces. They are not alike. They are not equal. And they are not looking at you. They are looking through you. These are the 10 kings of judgment. Mo sits at the center, larger than the rest, his expression unreadable. But you feel the weight of his presence in your bones, even though you no longer have any. Nothing is said. No charges are spoken. No defense is offered. Judgment here is not a trial. It is revelation. Around you, the air begins to twist. And then you see it, your life. Not like a memory, but like a stage, surrounding you in flickering images. You watch your birth, your first lies, your first moments of joy, your cruelty, your kindness. You watch people you forgot, moments you denied, things you thought didn't matter. They do now. Every tiny decision stacks like stones on a scale no one can touch. You feel it tipping, not with fear, but with clarity. No excuses, only the truth of what you were. Each judge lifts a hand, one by one. You don't know what that means. But the air changes again. The flickering images dissolve. The scale of your life disappears, and the thrones begin to recede into the dark. Mo remains. He raises a long scroll. It isn't read aloud. It doesn't need to be. You already know what it says. It carries the weight of every action, and it is final. For some, this moment leads to light. A soft sky opens and a path of wind lifts the soul into rebirth, maybe as a child, maybe as something else. For others, the space around closes like a trap, and the soul is dropped, slow and silent, into Jigoku, the Buddhist hell. But this is not one place. It is a labyrinth of punishment, with 16 or 18 realms, each shaped by the soul's crimes. The realm of screaming, where every lie returns as a blade. The realm of needles, where the ground pierces upward. The frozen realm, where even time turns to ice. The river of blood, where you drown in the harm you caused. These are not eternal. They are cleansing. You do not die there. You remember. You endure. Until the weight of what you were is gone. Only then does the wheel open again. But not all souls pass through these gates. Some hesitate. Some remember something they were not ready to let go of. A face, a name, a promise made or broken. And in that hesitation, the path does not open. It folds. It twists, and you are pulled sideways. Not into the world of the living, not into the world of the dead, but into the gap between both, where the light never rises and the earth never welcomes, where the air is thin and always waiting, where you are no longer a soul. You are a Yūrei, a ghost. You don't drift as a Yūrei. You hover in the places where your story was supposed to end, but didn't. You are tied to rooms, objects, people who once meant everything, now blurred by time and decay. But your memory is sharp, sharper than when you were alive. You remember exactly who failed you, who left you, who needed you, or who you couldn't save. That memory becomes your shape. Not arms, not legs, but an intention. And that intention is what keeps you here. The living cannot always see you, but they feel you. A cold draft when windows are shut. A pressure behind the eyes before sleep. A presence that doesn't leave, even when the lights are on. They name you spirit, ghost, haunting, but they don't know what you're waiting for. And sometimes, neither do you. For some Yūrei, it's vengeance. For others, protection. For many, it is confusion. The world keeps spinning without you. Faces grow older. Places change. Names are forgotten. But you remain. Because your judgment never ended. It was paused, skipped, denied by your own will. You refused to fall into hell. You refused to forget. And so you remain as proof that death without acceptance is not death at all. And while most Yūrei will eventually fade, some do not. Some become legends, stories whispered through generations. Spirits that guard tunnels, wander forests, cling to mirrors. Not monsters, not myths, just emotions with nowhere left to go. But not every soul becomes lost. Most complete their journey. Most walk the full path, through the fog, past the guardians, across the river, beneath the gaze of the judges. Most suffer, then release. Most begin again as something new. A baby's cry, a bird in winter, a breeze over quiet grass. Rebirth is not memory. It is the absence of burden. But those who carried too much, who clung too hard, leave stains behind. And those stains become echoes. The world of the living does not know their names, but it feels their presence. And the path remains open, always waiting for the next soul to walk it. Rites will be performed. Incense will burn. Coins will be placed. But none of it guarantees peace. Only the soul can decide to let go. Only the soul can walk. And when that final gate opens, when all judgment is complete and no weight remains, there is nothing left to hold you back. You do not return. You do not wander. You do not suffer. This is not rebirth. This is Gakuraku, the pure land. Or perhaps something beyond even that. A state without form, without need, without beginning or end. What some would call nirvana. A silence so complete, it does not erase you. It frees you. And those who reach it no longer need to ask where they are going. They are already there,